And as you can see that we have made incredible progress also with vaccines. More than 3.1 million people in Washington are fully vaccinated. And I don't think any of us could have thought months ago when we started this process where we would be, but here we are, that we are starting to really see the blunting of the impact of COVID-19 by the use of vaccines and the incorporation of vaccines into our arsenal. So more than 3.1 million people are fully vaccinated. If we can keep going through these slides. In addition, more than 60% of our population has received, above 16 years of age above, have received at least one dose, and that represents 3.7 million people. And if you can just think about the incredible progress that has meant with all of our partners on the ground, everything that everybody has been doing, so that we are really truly saying #InItTogether. Next slide. And most recently, as of May 22nd, we have almost 77,000 adolescents who have received one dose as well. And Washington has been one of the leaders across the country when it comes to adolescents getting vaccinated, with really our community members and particularly our parents taking heed for the notice of protecting their young ones and their children, their adolescents, to make sure that they can also be protected against this pandemic. Next slide. You know, we've talked about the three-legged stool over a long period of time, and it was really about supply. It was about the administration and logistics, and certainly about demand. And we have now administered more than 6.7 million doses of COVID vaccine throughout the state of Washington. And I just really, again, underscore how critical it is, the work that we do here. Next slide. Our 4 state-led mass vaccination sites have been doing just an amazing work with our partners in the emergency management, the Law National Guard, and also all sorts of other partners in the private and public sector locally. In the 3 or 4 months that we have been open, they've given out nearly 300,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccine. And I just can't say how important it was to fill this gap at a time where we really didn't have a lot of the capacity that was built. But now the capacity is available throughout the state in the communities where we have these mass vaccination sites, and we are now doing our best to demobilize these sites and move towards pivoting into mobile outreach efforts. And increasingly, you're going to see efforts where it's not just about people coming to us in the public sector, but our efforts to go to people. And we are really working in that regard as well. We are going to be launching over the next week to 2 weeks a set of an initiative called Caravans, and it's going to be an initiative to really get mobile outreach into communities across the state of Washington. We're very excited about that, and we're going to be releasing some additional information about this so people can understand how they can entities and partners on the ground, how they can sign up for being able to get one of the caravans in their communities. And we are really working with our local health departments. This is not in opposition, this is in complement to the work that's happening within our local jurisdictions. And I want to thank our Department of Health team for really moving forward in this work as well. Next slide. And finally, I guess the other piece of this is that we've administered almost 86% of the more than 7.8 million doses that have been delivered to the state of Washington. Again, a testament to the efficiency of the work that we've been really engaged in. And Washington continues to focus on not just the numbers, but also the equity pieces, which our efforts in mobile outreach will continue to hone in on as we move forward. And I believe that's it, Frangie, unless there was one more. Oh yeah, one more, which was if you need to get help in getting a vaccine, this is the way to get 833 VAX help. This line is available with language assistance, and we've extended hours. We want to make sure people are using this line, 833 Vax Help. We want to do everything we can to provide people information on where they can get vaccines. And so if we can close out the presentation here, I just wanted to really underscore the fact that vaccines continue to be our road to the future. We are starting to see some difference, as I've pointed out over the last few sessions, that vaccinations are protective, the benefits outweigh the risks, but we do not want to see a tale of two societies where we have the vaccinated who are largely protected and able to go about their business, knowing that they are not going to be infected by COVID-19. And then you have the unvaccinated who are also going to try to go about their work and their business and their life, but they are continue to be at risk for infection with COVID-19. That would be a terrible place to be, and I want to make sure that we do everything we can to get and encourage people to get vaccinated.